When I first came to Asia, I was so naive. I thought I had a playbook for success that I learned in Western countries, and I was terribly wrong. After a decade here in Asia, I learned one very important thing. If you come here with a mindset of Western person, you are actually already losing even before you start. Today in this episode I will share with you 6 main lessons I learned during my 10 years in Asia that helped me to run successful business, run joyful life and fall in love in this region of the world. At the end of the episode I will give you one most powerful, my mental tool I create for myself to allow me quickly adjust and adapt to the environment I'm living in. Hello everyone, my name is Adam Skoneczny and you are watching Global Asia Podcast. After many years in Asia and helping businesses to scale and sell to foreign clients, I create this podcast to share with you what actually works. This is value-driven channel for professionals who want to grow their business internationally. They want to learn how to sell to foreign clients and create successful global collaborations. Today's episode is deeply personal episode, but also it's pretty practical. Today, the elements that I will share with you, there are not just theory that I heard somewhere. It's actually lesson from 10 years living in Asia. And those elements that I will share with you, there are key elements that help me to run successful businesses here. I need to admit that during that way I made multiple mistakes. I had many issues. I had one huge business failure. And I am not afraid of to telling that because that failure for me it was huge lesson. It was huge motivator to learn, improve and change. I really truly love Asia. I love Vietnam and I love people living here. And I had to find a way to be able to live with them. It cost me a lot of time, it cost me a lot of effort, but now I hope to, when I give it to you, you can go kind of shorter way. You will have this ability to understand it in much faster and don't make the same mistakes as I did. So guys, let me get right into those 6 elements and please keep watching this until the end, because at the end I will give you one mental tool, which is extremely simple mental tool, but it's one of the most important tool I am using until today to make sure that I can operate, I can adjust, and I can live in any environment, not only Asian culture, but many different cultures as well. So let me start it. The first element, what I want to start with, is communication. And as far as we are all human, in many parts of the world we use in English, but there are different types of the communication and different type how we expressing ourselves. And believe me, in Asia, this expression and communication style is completely different than in the Western countries. The main difference, what you need to understand is that in the Western countries we believe that communicating is transferring of information and we need to do it as practical as possible, as clear as possible and sometimes as fast as possible. Where in Asian countries it's more about the form, it's how beautiful you speak, it's about the way you use these metaphors. It's completely different because they are investing a lot of time. They do not rush. They want to create some beautiful wording, so then you might have a feeling that this is like kind of poem. And if you come here and you start noticing this, if you don't know about this, the reason why they're doing this, you don't understand deep cultural aspect to this, you might start be annoyed. Don't try to change local people. Go with them. Try to learn, listen what they say, and try to consume information from indirect communication. What's that mean? They basically will talk big words, they will go around, but then there will be hidden message. And you, as a Western person, you have the challenge to find that hidden message. And guys, to be honest with you, sometimes I'm finding this as a kind of the game, something what make me really enjoy. I listen very attentively, and then I need to figure out what is the deeper message. And I can tell you one more thing. If you're talking with the people on the higher level, if you're talking with the big business owners that their value multiple $1 million, or if you talk to the politician, this is actually much more difficult. So figure out the way for yourself to stay patient, to listen very carefully, and to find the hidden message. And that will make your life here in Asia much easier. The worst thing what you can do, try to push them to be direct. Second very important lesson is about negotiation. And we need to think about this as a creating relationship, not the battle. In Western countries, we are pretty aggressive with our negotiation. We want to win. We have technique, we have tactics, we have these methodologies to actually do something to get this deal right. In Asia, it's not like this. It's more about who you are. If you can make other person like you, then you will get better deal. In Asia, the mindset is that I want to win with you. If you are a nice person, if you are a good person, let's do it together and let's have a success together. However, if you fail in making the relationship, then they will be not so willing to help you out. So how can you make a relationship? Here I probably will surprise you. You're making a relationship not only in the boardroom, you're making a relationship in the coffee shop, in the karaoke, in the restaurant. This is the way they do it. They go out, they eat together, they drink together, they drink alcohol, they drink coffee, and they get to know each other. They talk not only about business, they talk about life, about people, about the philosophies, about the families. If you are a Western person and you see that Asian business partners starting asking you about things not related to the business, you should be happy because this is where he is opening door for you to make a relationship with them. Lesson number 3, time is elastic. This was one of the most difficult lesson I had to learn. So basically, in the Western countries, the time is linear. Minute is minute, hours is hour, day is day. In Asia, that doesn't operate this way. Basically, minute can be hour, hour can be days, and you actually never know. They can stretch and shrink time as much as they want. And I know it sounds ridiculous and it sounds not practical, but this is how it is, and we are not here to judge. We here to just explain, to understand, and to adapt. So, when I came to Asia and I was joining the business meeting or personal meeting, I noticed that people are coming late. And this really annoyed me. I thought they don't respect my time. I thought they don't respect me. And I felt very bad. Later on, I had this opportunity to meet a very intelligent person who explained me about this. And when I understood that it's nothing personal, it's not that they don't respect me, not that they want to make me feel sad, it's basically how they run their lives. They are much more chill out, if I can say like that. Then I found my way. What was my way? Every single time when I was going to business meeting, I take my notebook, and in the notebook here I have also ebook. So basically I sit down in the meeting room or in the coffee shop, restaurant, and I read. Longer person is late, then more happy I am because I have the time to pick up on my reading. So this is the way I found to make me actually adapt to the current situation, current environment, and still make me happy. So guys, This was the lesson number 3 and we are halfway. If you feel this content is valuable, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, like this video and leave some comment. This helped me a lot to grow this channel, reach more people and create those successful global collaboration for all of us. Let me move on with the lesson number 4. Lesson number 4. Everything is possible. I have a feeling that in Asia, especially Vietnam, everything is possible. What do I mean? You can achieve, you can get wherever you like if you just put right effort into it. Probably the feeling and the experience coming from the place that there is not much regulation here yet. Everything is so flexible. Everything can be adjusted and it's doable. Where in the Europe, for instance, everything is regulated and we need to follow step by step. That's probably where this mindset, where is this lesson coming from. I am the person that loves freedom. And guys, I can tell you that here, living in Vietnam, it's given me much more freedom than living in the Europe. And I know it might sound weird and might sound ridiculous because of a political environment here, but this is my feeling and this is my experience. Even though living in this environment, like such a political environment here, I still see that I have a much more freedom than I had in the Europe. And this is one of the key lessons and something that keep me here, and I really love it. Obviously, it starts changing. There is more regulation coming in. There is new laws and other stuff that we actually see in Europe. But still, enjoying my life here, experiencing freedom, it's very, very appealing and something that I highly recommend you as well. Lesson number 5. Smile a lot. Guys, here in Asia, smile can help you to win the deal, to win the wife, to win the friends, to make your neighbor like you. It's so simple and so powerful. Here in Asia, more friendly you are, then higher opportunities you have. Where in Europe, I had sometimes this feeling that more friendly you are, then sometimes people want to take advantage of you. Here is completely opposite. And why I love this lesson so much is because it's so simple and it's so powerful. I cannot tell you how many times this kind of saved my life. Imagine when I come to any Asian country at the beginning and I don't know how to speak their language. If I try to explain something using my body and I do some weird mistake or funny mistake, I just smile and they forgiving everything. Smile can cure, smile can help, smile can help you win. So highly recommend just put this smile, beautiful smile on your mouth and walk with that all day long. Lesson number 6. Relationships are the key. And here when I'm talking about relationship, I'm talking about on the personal level and on the business level. To be honest with you, there is no such a thing like here, personal and business level. These two areas, they blends immediately. The people who you want to work with, they want to be your friends first. And I heard this 1,000 times. Let's be friends first, and then we might do some business. Where in the Europe, we don't really need the friendship to do the business. Actually, sometimes people avoiding to do the business with the friends. We need to keep in the mind, if you are the Westerner and you want to come here into Asia and do the business, make sure that you have the time and patience to invest in building relationship. And if you are Asian business and you want to go to West and do some project with them, think about being more practical, not asking personal questions, not investing so much time to building relationships. What I can give you last thing here is, in my personal opinion, from my experience, I do enjoy building friendships and relationships with others here in Asia. It costs a lot of time. Yes, that's the fact. Sometimes you cannot do the business because you find out after building a relationship there is no business value. There is still friendship, but there is no business value. But I can tell you that having so many friends I can call, talk, brainstorm, it's amazing. I really love this, and I even invite once my friend from the Poland here to come, and I introduced him to my friend, and he was so impressed. He just left this country with a big smile, telling me 100 times that he's so amazed with the group of the friends I built here, and everybody's so nice, so polite. This is something, this is the lesson I really, really enjoy as well, and this is the lesson which is actually creating in me huge motivation and desire to stay in Asia. And guys, last thing, something that most of you will wait for, my mental tool, extremely simple mental tool that helping me to adjust, adopt and enter to any Asian culture very fast. So basically, when I came to Asia and I was very surprised, I was really excited to see all of the things that are different here. I start meeting the people from around the world, not only Vietnamese people, not only Chinese people, not only people from Philippines, from everywhere. And I start discussing with them. I noticed one significant thing. There were multiple people that were unhappy, and there was one common thing with them. They judge the things that they experience here in Asia. What do I mean? They basically complain about the traffic, that this is different than in their country, this is worse than in the country. They complain about education, that there is worse. They complain about the way they queuing to the shops, that actually there is no queuing system, that they just go and who first then win and buy. They complain about the cleanliness, they complain about the lack of the bins. They complain. And obviously we can know right away if somebody complains, this will make them feel sad. But the complaint, it came from judging and comparing. They actually compare their country to Asian country, and this is the biggest mistake you can do. Never compare, never judge. Just tell to yourself it's different. Traffic, it's different. Eating dogs, it's different. Education, it's different. Queuing, it's different. Cleanliness, it's different. That's it. If you put in your head this mindset that the things are different and you move away yourself from the judging, this is a huge success for you because it will be much easier for you to adapt to any environment that you live in. So guys, there it is. 6 lessons that I learned during the nearly decade here in Asia, and I sharing them with you so you don't have to spend 10 years. You can do it much faster and you don't have to make so many mistakes as I did. Keep in the mind different communication, different negotiation. Keep in the mind that the relationships are really important. Keep in mind that everything is possible in this country. Keep in the mind that if you smile, you will win. Keep in mind that time is elastic. And the last, the most important, never judge. Just tell yourself those things are different. Guys, I would love to hear your lessons down below in the comment. You can share with me what you learned, help me improve. To be honest with you, living in Asia is never-ending story, and I would love to hear your story as well. Thank you so much. This is Go Global Idea Podcast, and I see you in the next episode.